September has been all about integrating and aligning to our new soul's template, our new soul's path. And now what we must do moving forward, as we're moving into the next month and moving forward, we must learn to really embody that and live from that place, live from that soul aligned, soul awakened blueprint, that template that has been activated within us now over this last month. And in this video today, I want to share with you 7 ways that you can really start aligning yourself to your new soul's template, that more elevated life, and live a more heart-centered and soul-aligned life. Because when you really align yourself to that new soul's template that has been activated within you over this last month, or that you have integrated and really aligned yourself with, it's truly a call to then really elevate your life as a whole, to live more of a heart-centered way, live more of an elevated life, looking at things from a different perspective and living more of a heart-centered way, where you're more compassionate towards other people and yourself. So let me share with you those 7 ways that you can start living a soul-led life. The first way is you want to take time every day to really tune in and connect with soul, to really connect deeply. You can do this within your meditation, or you can do this even just right now. What you can do is tune in, close your eyes, really drop down into your heart, and just feel centered. Get back to center, get back to being grounded, get back to being in the here and now. And then you just simply call forth your soul. And you can say something as simple as, I now call forth my soul. Please come and connect with me now. And you may then feel that. For me, I feel like an inner sitting up in a way, like an inner filling out in a way. And I feel that more centered, more grounded, more connected. Now, you may have a different experience, but you may have no experience at all. Now, here you may then tune in to see, okay, are you really connected within your heart? Because the hardest part, especially in the beginning, is really dropping down into your heart. One thing you can do is think when you're taking an elevator from your head down into your heart, really dropping down. Or if this is even challenging, what you can do is you can put pressure on your heart center. Really put some pressure there, because then you have something to focus on, right? And wherever focus goes, energy flows. So what you can do is put your hand on your heart, kind of like maybe push a little, put a little pressure there. So you have something to focus on. Just simply focus therein. Focus within your heart. Call upon your soul and just feel that inner connection. When you do that on a daily basis, you can even do that more often, throughout the day, really connecting deep within your heart, connecting with your soul, because your heart is really the seat of your soul. That's where your soul resides. And when you connect deeply and you're feeling really grounded and centered and here and now and really deeply connected, and then go about your life, that's how you live more of a heart-centered life, because you're connected to your heart rather than being in your mind all the time. Because when you're in your ego mind, when you're in your mind, I mean, this is ego territory, right? You're not living a heart-centered life because you're living an ego-driven life. But when you connect deeply every single day with your soul within your heart, that's when you start living a heart-centered life, because you're coming from the heart rather than coming from the mind. And the second way is you want to also allow yourself to be guided by soul, be led by soul. By you tuning in daily, connecting deeply with soul, you can then also receive guidance from that. And you may then also check in with your soul to see, well, what feels right, what feels aligned, what doesn't. By you being led by soul, that's how you truly live a soul-led life, because you're being led by soul. When, let's say, you want to make a decision on something, or you want to do something, instead of you just jumping on it and doing it, or then contemplating about, making a plan about it, first check in with yourself to see, does this even feel right? It may be something that you think is the right thing, but it may not be the right thing for you. Because you see, every person, every soul has a blueprint, right? It's how you are meant to go about certain things. So if you think that you should do the things that someone else does, yes, it may work for them, but it doesn't mean that it needs to work for you. Because if you're not aligned to that, it won't work. And now is really the call for us to really tune in more, to be led by soul. And living a soul-led life also may mean that you got to be the rebel, doing things your way, the soul-aligned way, not based on what other people tell you should do or shouldn't do, or this is how it needs to be done, or those type of things. So It may make you a little bit of a rebel because you then trust yourself more than you trust anyone outside of you, right? And here I really want to invite you to listen to your soul. Let your soul guide you. If your soul says, nah, that doesn't feel right, trust that. Trust that this is the right guidance. So the second way is really allow yourself to really be guided by your soul. On a daily basis, check in with yourself. What do I feel called to do today? What do I feel inspired to do today? What feels right? What doesn't? And then make decisions, take actions based on that. Then the third way is you actually want to notice when things don't really feel right, when something feels kind of misaligned, when something just doesn't seem like it fits, or you're feeling a little resistant about that. That is a great sign. That's your soul nudging you that this is no, stop, no, don't go there, don't go that. That's not the right thing for you to do. And here you want to really tune in to see, okay, well, what's going on here? What do I feel about this? Do I feel like this is something I want to do? Do I feel like guided to do this, or maybe not? Really check in with your soul, but notice when something doesn't feel right. When it feels like you're swimming against the stream, when it feels like so hard. Here you can uncover, is this maybe not a right now? Maybe the thing that you want to do is overall the right thing to do, but it feels right, but it doesn't feel right to act on it right now. And by you really tapping into your soul and connecting with your soul and being led by your soul, you can uncover those things. Like when you have an idea, the idea may be great, but maybe certain aspects about that don't feel right. And you can shift things around. You can adjust. You can change it around maybe, or maybe it's like also you've been given the idea, but it's not really, you haven't received the go yet to really act on it. And you want to listen to that. But whenever you're feeling that something doesn't feel right, it's also an invitation for you to investigate this further. Maybe there are doubts and fears that are really holding you back from really acting on that. So whenever you feel that, you can tune in like, okay, well, what am I feeling here? What is at the core of this? What is the message here? What am I meant to learn from this? And then based on whatever guidance you receive, you want to act upon that. Decide what you want to do, but based on what your soul is guiding you to do. You're really feeling into it. And when it comes to, being led by soul, it's more so not so much about thinking about it, but being led by how it feels, right? If something feels constricted, if it feels heavy, then that's probably a no, right? It's not a good thing. Maybe there's resistance there. You can investigate further. What is this? Because I'm having fear, I'm having doubts, or is this because this is not right for me right now? Maybe I don't really like this strategy. Whatever it is. So you want to really investigate and make decisions based on how you feel about that. The guidance that you're receiving, all based on really being connected with your heart. Never doing this based on being in your mind, but really connecting within your heart to do that. But noticing when something doesn't feel right is a good indicator that there's misalignment going on, and you need to then tune in to see, well, what is going on here? And then choose to act on it based on what you feel guided to do. Then the fourth way is you want to do what your soul is nudging you to do. Think of it like that. Your soul constantly gives you ideas and nudges, and it's based on those feelings or those ideas, right? And you want to pay attention to that because your soul knows best. Remember, your soul has a unique blueprint that is unique to you. No one can tell you what is best for you. You are the only one who knows that. But let's rephrase it. Your soul is the only one who knows that. So you want to listen to those nudges. When you feel nudged to do something, let's say you keep thinking about a certain thing, but you haven't really acted on it, but you keep getting those nudges. You want to act on that. And also, if something doesn't feel right either, you want to pay attention to it, because your soul is going to nudge you on any misalignment, any alignment, anything that's good for you and not good for you. And you want to really pay attention to those nudges and then act upon those nudges. Even the things that you're doing, maybe you're getting the nudge that, I should call this person again. But you're like, I'll do that later. And then you're forgetting about that. But then it comes up again. I'll do that later. That person's probably busy. Listen to those nudges, because that will also help you open certain doors as well. So Just know your soul knows best. And if you're a little challenged to really trust yourself, to really follow your inner guidance, and you're really more led by your ego than your soul, I want to invite you to check out my little mini program. It's called Awaken to Your Inner Badass Self, where you really take your power back and you choose your desires over any doubts and fears or anything like that. Link is in the description below if you feel called to check it out. Like I said, it's a 5-day program, a mini program to really help you awaken to your inner badass self, because it's already within you. Now it's for you to tap into that. Then the 5th way is you want to trust your soul, those inner nudges, more than your ego chatter or anything outside of you. Let's say you're taking a program or whatnot, and that mentor is telling you to do something, but then internally you're like, it doesn't feel right. It's no, I don't know. But you want to listen to that, because anything that you learn, even anything that you're listening here on my channel, these are all guidances, but at the end of the day, I really want to invite you to be empowered enough to choose what's right for you, because I do not know what's right for you. No one knows what's best for you. Yes, you can listen to guidance, you can listen to steps, you can listen to how-tos and whatnot, but at the end of the day, I really want to invite you to make sure that if it doesn't feel right, don't do it or adjust. I cannot tell you how many times I adjusted something. So for example, best example, I had taken a YouTube course on how to really grow my channel. And there were certain things in there that you're supposed to do research beforehand, and you got to do certain things to really make sure your YouTube channel is growing. But I'm like, that doesn't work for me. So the overall strategy was great. I learned a lot. But certain things I could not do because it didn't feel right, because I channel all my content. I can't do research before because everything comes through me. I tune in for my content. I tune in what needs to be talked about. So I'm sharing this with you to give you an example. So even though you're getting steps, and even though you're getting tools and blueprints and step-by-step processes and formulas or whatnot, always listen to your soul over anything that your ego is trying to tell you or anything that you're hearing outside of you. Take it with a grain of salt. That's it. You can use the overall strategy, but certain parts of it may need to be adjusted, right? So you can adjust things as long as it feels right to you. Use the framework of what you're learning. Use the framework of how to go about certain things, but then follow your own inner guidance. That is the most important thing. That's really what we're being led to. It's about living that soul-led life. Well, then you have to listen to your soul more than you listen to anything else. And you gotta trust that inner voice more than you trust your ego's way of, this ego chatter, right? So that's the 5th way, is you want to trust your inner voice more than anything else, because you know best. Your soul knows best. Yes, you can ask for guidance, but then still, you choose what you want to do, because at the end of the day, you still have free will, right? But listen to your inner voice more than anything else. Then the 6th way is you want to take soul-inspired steps. What you feel called to do. And by you tuning in daily and like, okay, what do I feel called to do today? Okay, this is what you feel called to do. And you wanted to take those steps. If there's something that doesn't feel right, well, you don't do it, right? But do those things that really feel in alignment. If something doesn't feel in alignment, then course correct. Do something different. But it's really about how do those things feel. Now, of course, here you want to also determine, is it fear that's actually causing you to feel iffy about it? Or is it really a deep inner soul misalignment that you're experiencing, right? But here, taking those soul-inspired steps, the soul-inspired actions, that's how you live a soul-led life. Really being guided by a soul, taking the actions that you're feeling inspired to do. Not the things you think you should do, but the things you feel inspired to do or inspired not to do. And the 7th way is, it's to really create a space to go within more, to create more time, more space, to really go within, to connect deeply with your soul, to, meditate more, to journal maybe, to be in the here and now. Because even when you don't do anything, or it seems like you're not doing anything because you're meditating, or right? Or you're just journaling, or you're just sitting by yourself and just sitting in quiet. You're doing so much on a different level. You're connecting deeply. And the more you can connect with your soul, you get to know your soul. And this is a beautiful, beautiful process, because then your life will transform. Your life will change, because then you're really living more of that heart-centered life. You're looking at life from a completely different perspective. You're seeing things from a more higher level of consciousness. You're realizing things that previously you didn't realize. And it's such a beautiful thing. So really make more time and space to go within more. This is truly powerful and a beautiful way for you to really then live that soul-led life, that heart-centered life, that heart-centered way of living. And I have a video for you that I want to share with you. It's an activation actually to really help you activate your inner dreams, your future vision, to really elevate your life, to elevate that soul-led life that you're really being guided to live. Like I said, September was all about integrating and aligning to that new soul's template. But now it's up to you also to uncover, well, what is that? What is that elevated life for you? And the activation that's in the description below will help you align yourself more on that inner, like the inner vision, really activating that within you to see, to get insights into what that is. I think you're going to really love that video. But here you go. You have the 7 ways of living a more heart-centered, more soul-led life. I really hope you found it valuable, that you liked this video. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button. And also, let me know, do you feel more connected now with September, coming to an end? How do you feel now? Do you feel like you have changed? You have transformed? You have more embodied more of your new soul's template over these last few weeks? Do you feel more connected? I would love to know. Leave me a comment below. I would love to know. But thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful that you were here. Now be sure to check out this next video here about activating your dreams and elevating your future vision, the light code activation that I just mentioned to you. I think you're going to love it. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make it an amazingly abundant, successful day. Namaste.